What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Bruja Africana, coming to you all with part two to our R&B series that's starring Aaliyah. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and check out the merch that's listed below. And, relax, have fun, because we're about to get into this reading, this part two with Aaliyah, and we're going to discuss her situation with R. Kelly. I don't want to call it a relationship because that's not what that was. She was massively taken advantage of and overly sexualized, and that's what's going to be revealed in this particular portion of the reading. Aaliyah shows up underneath her own energy as the Capricorn. She really specifically pertaining to this deck knew that her life took wrong turns because of the people that were in her life. But one saving grace that she feels that she has is her fans. She is she is grateful to her fans. She feels like the only reason why her name is still relevant in today's world is because her fans have remembered her story and hasn't let her story become forgotten or be brushed under the rug. She's glad that her fan sees that she needed help and needed protection from these wolves that she was around and these people that took advantage of her. And she really, really appreciates and encourages her fans to continue to speak up and have their opinions surrounding what is and has gone on with her life and the speculations of what occurred surrounding her, because a lot of it is correct. Um, she appreciates that she's being protected even from the stance of y'all being a little bit delusional, because I told y'all there's a side of her that has to be accepted so that we can love her even that much more. But appreciation is being spoken of a lot in her deck when it comes to her fans, because after she died, amongst the people that were supposed to love her and care about her, her family, why hell, she's pretty much become a thought of the past. Yeah, they are still making money off of her music or whatever, but she's really considered a thing of the past. She's dead to them. They are not honoring her on her birthday. They are not remembering her unless it has something to do with being honored publicly. They are not singing about Aaliyah. So, whereas that she had family, they didn't truly love her. She appreciates that her family, or excuse me, her fans love her. Y'all are treating her like the family that she didn't have. And she again sends in the encouragement of continuing to speak up, because while we cannot save her because she's dead and gone, she only exists in the spiritual realm, and her energy may not even still be here on the planet very heavily. But what she encourages us to do is to continue to speak up and be protective over those girls who are young, not necessarily that are singing, because while we couldn't save her life, we'll save the life of another young woman or a young person. We'll stop them from being destroyed. The cards also indicate that we should keep we not necessarily keep our eye on, because there's nothing that we can do about these celebrities and their children, but she speaks of the girls who are next, and she speaks of a male star who has twins. Okay, the sun card represents the twins. That's twin energy. Whomever this is, the father is a very cutthroat individual. Just know that whomever this guy is, or this artist, or this gatekeeper is that has twins, his children are the next that are up to be, violated in this fucked up industry. But beyond that, let's go on off into Aaliyah's cards herself to show what it is that we need to see and how she ended up with R. Kelly's ass. She didn't like the woman that the industry had turned her into. She didn't like the woman that her mother groomed her to become. She stands as the chariot, as beautiful, brave Aaliyah that we knew, but that person came with a burden. She didn't like that person. That wasn't truly who Aaliyah was. You know, the girl, she was a dancer and all of that, yeah, but she was maybe, if she had not been tampered with, let me put it like that, and she was damn near tampered with her entire life. If she had not been tampered with, the type of person that Aaliyah would have probably presented to us would have been a different person. You know, her mother was behind that be sexy, and the people who were controlling her career forced her to be sexy. She didn't like that. Aaliyah didn't felt like she didn't get a chance to pour into who she felt she was. She felt like she grew up too damn fast. The daughter of baskets and the eight of wands is there. I'm sorry, her picture is over the eight of wands, but that is her communicating that, yo, I grew up too fast. She saw her life in a different way. She maybe would have still pursued the music industry, but maybe she wouldn't have pursued it with the people that she was put in front of. And she feels like it's unfair because she wasn't ready to die. Yeah, she knew that she had a toe tag date. Everybody does. But she feels like her life was stolen from her before she could become the woman that she chose to be, or the artist that she chose to be. She felt like her life was stolen from her prior to then. She felt like she was controlled and told who she must become. And she didn't get a chance to be Aaliyah. Insert R. Kelly. After her mother had already groomed her. You know, I told y'all in the past reading, her mother had this whole energy of, if you love your mama, you would. So this is where this came up. And being that R. Kelly was at the height of his game and being the artist he was, having the money and status, then he could have any woman that he want. And he did. One of those women he had was Aaliyah's mother, and she was clearly cheating on someone. And R. Kelly was too. I'm not sure if he was married to Andrea Kelly then, but he was at least in a relationship with her, and both of them were meeting up and cheating and doing their thing. And this is where the destruction began, with Aaliyah being attached to R. Kelly. See, Aaliyah being a little girl, she's coming in as that high priestess in reverse energy with that daughter of coins. She's seeing her mama playing in niggas' faces like this, so of course she's going to do this. Well, her being a little girl, not knowing no better, being allowed to, do stupid shit like sit on men's laps, play in their face, pinch them, punch them. You know how they let little girls do too much shit. This provided the avenue and the opportunity for R. Kelly to be able to fuck on Aaliyah. And her mama knew that. Her mama knew Aaliyah was fast. She raised her to be fast like this. And because she had already been groomed by her mother, by her uncle, potentially by her father as well, because I noticed that people don't speak on her father, because why is he not spoken of in this whole fiasco? Where was he at when R. Kelly was around his daughter? But anyway, because Aaliyah was already being heavily groomed. She was already accustomed to being touched on by grown-ass men. There was nobody there that was going to stop R. Kelly. That, and, her uncle came up with this idea of trying to, maybe market them as this new hot couple. They've been trying to build a Jay-Z and Beyonce for a long time. R. Kelly and Aaliyah was supposed to be Barry Hankerson's, or Jay-Z and Beyonce. See, he felt like he could somehow quarterback this thing with R. Kelly, because R. Kelly was this six of wands successful singer, and Aaliyah was this young singer that was getting ready to be successful. They were going to build her into whatever the fuck they wanted to make her into. So, hell, Barry Hankerson chose R. Kelly to be the one to take control and possession and be Aaliyah's handler. This is where he shows up as the father of coins. He's like, I got the money and the means to do whatever it is that I need to do. Plus, R. Kelly was easily malleable. And I've told y'all before about these execs in these positions of being, these execs in these positions of power. They choose easily malleable people that come from fucked up beginnings. And R. Kelly definitely came from a fucked up beginning. So I think R. Kelly was signed to maybe Jive then. But either way, he was tied in with Barry Hankerson, and Barry Hankerson, cuffed him, showed him, oh, this my good boy. This boy here is whatever, bigged him up around everybody. This is how R. Kelly ended up with Aaliyah. And I know that there's a lot of narrative control going on with the strength card and the seven of knives showing up, and that is the two of knives behind it. I'm sorry, the two of coins. Excuse me. They need to keep all of this under wraps because they don't want a lot of motherfuckers to get in trouble because they literally sex trafficked Aaliyah from man to man to man, starting with her family. Her uncle was the mastermind behind it. So, of course, they've got to control the narrative about how Aaliyah ended up even around R. Kelly, or she ended up in the company of this grown ass man in the first fucking place. And there's a lot of shit that they're not telling. Like, I know there are people that are speaking up saying, oh, they caught R. Kelly and Aaliyah in positions of sexual positions, or sexual situations, excuse me. But they're not saying the whole truth. See, there's this thing in her cards being revealed that Aaliyah's brother caught R. Kelly fucking on Aaliyah once. And he went and told her mama, but instead of her mama getting at R. Kelly and prosecuting this motherfucker for fucking on her daughter, she became jealous. That mother of knives is nothing but the queen of swords, honey. I told you she carried queen of swords energy in the first fucking place. There is something wrong with Diane Haughton, honey, or whatever the lady's fucking last name is. So instead of her prosecuting R. Kelly, she decides to admonish him for fucking a woman that was younger than her. Aaliyah wasn't even a woman. She was like 13, 14 fucking years old. She admonishes him for this and decides to blackmail him. R. Kelly being worried about his career then because he know it was wrong to be fucking this little girl. He gives in to the demands of her motherfucking blackmail and extortion. What were the terms of it? I feel, according to the cards indicate make Aaliyah a star. R. Kelly, however, he was hoping that Aaliyah would abandon this star shit. Like, she would just be cool with just being his wife. And he sold her on that idea of just being his bitch too, y'all. Because let me go back to the death card and why the death card is there. He was working on transforming her into just being his wife. He wanted, like I said, to kill her career, kill her self-esteem, kill her emotions. And that's exactly what he did. See, Aaliyah's life was covered with a lot of death, not physical death, but a lot of motherfucking emotional death, fucking mental death. Like, shit was going on with that girl that they are controlling the narrative behind and using this baby girl image to cover for it. See, R. Kelly's whole motive in that girl's life was to make her his fucking baby mama. He sold her on the idea of them being in a relationship and him being her husband and him taking care of her. And all she had to do was continue to have his babies. And guess what, y'all? Aaliyah was young. Between the ages of 13 and 15, she was in a relationship with him. And she bought that shit because she was being manipulated by a fucking wolf. We'll pick up in part 3, y'all, on the rest of this. All right.